بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Looking back into the last few days and the very positive debates, one issue I think it is good to discuss because it's important in one hand and it is of the interest of all students of knowledge, especially in the Muslim world. That is Islamization. Islamization, generally speaking, and in simple words, it means, the Muslim worldview and the modern knowledge, they are to be put together and serve the Islamic worldview. And because the West, they have their own worldview and generating knowledge used for that worldview. The West worldview, it is simple, it is materialistic. Do it as much as you can and enjoy yourself as much as you can, and no reference. Okay, the human nature say justice is good, but they can do injustice and they don't feel troubled. But for the Muslim, he will be questioned and he is going, to get either reward or punishment if he goes against what is right and what is the Islamic worldview in general. So the term Islamization is used and argued, but in real sense, we have to clear, because as I said, Islamization at the moment, it means the Islamic worldview, the sciences, the scientific development in the West put together to serve the Islamic worldview. This is temporary, because at the moment Muslims start realizing their own worldview, looking forward to achieve, but generally speaking, they have to borrow the Western achievements in all fields of sciences. So if we look really clearly and deeply, as I said, this is temporary. In the past, when the Muslims were developing knowledge and sciences, they call it tajdeed. That means you have a Muslim worldview, you have the Quranic concepts, values, so you continuously develop your knowledge according to your worldview. And that is tajdeed. That means by passing of time and different space, you have to reapply your concept, your values to the changing situation, always to achieve the same goal of the Quranic concepts. So they used to call it tajdeed. Now we don't call it tajdeed because we're really borrowing. And so also in the future, I do believe we may use another term. It has the same meaning and position, and that is what we call asala and mu'asara. This is more simple, easier understood. Now, what is asala? Asala, you go to your roots, to your Quranic concepts, and you apply it to your time. That is asr, time, So asala and asala, al-asala al-mu'asira, it means tajdeed, because we hope that the Muslim world will perform and start generating knowledge and developing it, and that to be according to their worldview, to their Quranic concepts and values. So this arguments and interest in Islamization, it is expressing the existing reality and the position of the Muslim world vis-a-vis the Western world. So I hope that our young people know that really to have Islamization in the proper and right, they have to think of tajdeed and asala mu'asira, where they are partners in developing knowledge and use it to make the Islamic concept reality, as is what it was in the past and hopefully in the future. While this Islamization or Islamization, whatever it is temporary, and it means simple that you have to understand your worldview and to see what kind of knowledge available to serve your worldview. You are to separate the Western knowledge from the use of that knowledge, because they are using it for their own worldview, which is really materialistic, and they are just to enjoy and no respect for the others, and they try to get from them as much as they can, even with injustice, and it is not really positive. So I hope that we realize the difference between Islamization, tajdeed, and asala mu'asira. So we hope to work hard to get to asala mu'asira, to get to tajdeed, and not to stop at borrowing and we Islamize it because it is not really ours. So Islamizing one way or the other, it is because not your knowledge and development. When we, no doubt, Islamization will be the first step toward growing, developing your own knowledge, and serve your own worldview, which is justful to every human being, because it's meant to serve man, to serve people, not to serve any specific race or nation or whatever that is. In public life, they go to justice, to development, to perfection, and so on, and everybody accepts that as a human being. In personal life, it is up to you. You want to be Jew, to be Christian, to be Magnan, whatever it is. That is your right. While the Western worldview, it is the opposite. Now, if you want to build a minaret, while you have thousands of towers for churches, this is against our they call it against our culture. If you put the scarf, this and which is personal freedom, they say this is against our culture, and a lot of these things belong to personal freedom. It call it against our culture. Now, another mistake we make, we go and debate with the Pope and the Christian establishment. I think this is wrong. The West is no more Christian, and they say it. And when in this European Union, they asked, they wanted, the Pope want to make it Christian knowledge, Christian European knowledge. They said we are not Christian, and they do not put it there, because no more really they are practicing Christianity, and Christianity developed to be irrelevant to real human life. So they don't have religion? They do have religion, because religion means what? Worldview. They have their worldview, and their worldview expresses itself in economics, capitalism, in international relation, nationalism, in government, democracy, in social relationships is liberalism. So we have to understand that and to face it and to debate and argue to make them see which is the right and the proper and the human real world point of view. So here, I think with this understanding, what is the West, and what kind of, and they're producing knowledge, but to serve this wrong worldview, and for the Muslims to have to know, they have to work hard to achieve and produce knowledge to serve the Islamic worldview, which is for man, and to do justice and give freedom for the person to choose whatever he wants to choose to run his personal life. I think this kind of understanding make us, move, inshallah, fast and do the right thing, and in many ways, with the dangers around, what is happening in the world of conflicts and weapons, humanity needs Islam to bring peace in all actions. Islam says what? Created from a single soul. The mate created from this soul. And the relationship should be mawadda wa rahma, love and compassion. For the, different nations, different races of humans, now it is positive. So with these differences, they interact with each other, if on personal level or in nation level. And the Quran says, shu'uban wa qabail, peoples and tribes, to know each other, so you can interact. Because if we are the same, there is no interaction. لِتَعَارَفُوا, to know each other, that you are all humans, brothers. إِنَّ أَكْرَمَكُمْ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ أَتْقَاكُمْ. The best of you, the most best, and the person who do the right things. Also different colors, different languages. It is not if you are white, if you are black, if you are yellow. This is وَمِنْ آيَاتِهِ خَلْقُ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ. The miracle, the beauty of creation, the earth and the skies. You see how much and how big, how is. وَاخْتِلَافُ أَلْسِنَتِكُمْ وَأَلْوَانِكُم. The difference of your colors, and your languages. So you interact. You know that regardless of all this, it is positive, it is to serve, to make you realize what is human is. It's not his color or his language, it is being the Khalifa on the earth. And so even, also, even if they differ with you on their beliefs, that is their rights and they will be responsible. But relationship, لا ينهاكم الله عن الذين لم يقاتلوكم في الدين أو يخرجوكم من دياركم أن تبروهم وتقسطوا إليهم. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala do not, defy you from being kind to others, unless, as long as they don't force you, about your religion or push you out of your land, and you do justice to them, and you do support and that means you be nice to them. So even when they differ, also you say you have to do good to your neighbor. He didn't say to the neighbor, this Christian or Jews or whatever it is. If you are Chinese, this is Malay, or Malay is Chinese. No, it is a neighbor. Regardless of what, you have to do right to the person. Tell you for relatives to be kind and justful, to your parents. So it is all beauty and love and compassion and help. I think nobody can say this kind of worldview is not proper for man, or they go to other worldviews which is really has a special nature, which is not useful toward others. So I hope, inshallah, that in our development of our education and tarbiyah, we understand this and make it really the one which express our behavior, inshallah.